Well, what's good, everybody? Welcome into the Early Edge, your daily sports betting brand of record. We are powered, as always, by the almighty SportsLine, the best value in all of sports betting, and it is not close. If you are not a member yet, today is the best time. Yeah, NBA's over. Yes, NFL's a couple of months away, but you can come in and just try us for a little bit. All the cappers, all the simulations, all of it. But before we look forward, we must always look back. We are the most transparent show in all sports betting as well. Yesterday started off great. But when you're all in the NBA Finals, you're either going to win or you're going to lose. So a lot of our X's came off that Celtics that we've been riding for the entire playoffs. So it is what it is. And Early Edge in 5 was the same way. When you got foul trouble, props are very difficult. Sometimes you hit, sometimes you don't. But all in all, the NBA Finals, the NBA playoffs were very profitable for us. But we're always, since we're here every single day, looking forward. Tony in the chat says, good morning, everybody. Time for AB and college baseball. Not going to happen today, but let's bring in the stars that are on the show today. Look who I have. 2 original OGs and our WNBA aficionado. We'll start right there. Calvin Wetzel, welcome back to the Early Edge.
Hey, what's up, fellas? It's good to be back, and I'm really glad that I'm on today because, like you said, the NBA just ended, so today is the day where everyone tweets, no basketball until October, but I'm on the show to remind everyone there is basketball before October. There's basketball tonight in the WNBA. I know what everyone says, whatever. It's good basketball. Tune in. We're going to get after it, and we got some picks for you.
You're damn right. Let them know. Let them know. Shout it from the mountaintops. Now, he is live from Nashville, Tennessee. He can do it all, and he's on our team. M squared. Oh, penthouse level. Good morning.
Good morning, Coach. Good morning, everybody. Happy to be here. A little sad the NBA season didn't give us that 7th game on Sunday. That was going to be the perfect setup for it. But you know what? It was a great season. Can't wait for next year already. And let's get back to the baseball grind.
You're damn right. We never stop here at the Early Edge. Every other show, where are they? They're taking breaks. We don't. That's why we built a team. We built a crew. And it started with this man right here, the maestro, Larry Hartstein. Good morning, sir.
Yeah, it's sad that the NBA season is over, but training camps open in just a month, which kind of excited me when I looked at all the opening dates today for every single team. But yeah, we still got a lot going on. Let's get to it.
I can only imagine you sitting there with that little one on your leg, teach him all about the lines at a year old. Oh, it's going to be a beautiful thing. I got a tweet last night that I thought was really, really cool. It said, like I always tell my kids and clients, it's from Eric. Take what you do seriously, but don't take yourself seriously. You guys at the Early Edge have mastered that. Eric, thank you very much. Let's get into it. Storylines that could affect the betting lines. And just because the NBA ended last night does not mean it's ever too early to look forward to next season. Maestro, you're up first.
Yeah, well, the Crack Graphics team, I believe, put together a list of the futures odds, the NBA title odds for next season. You see the Warriors coming in at 5-1, the Nets at 6-1. I mean, is that going to work with Kyrie and Ben Simmons? You see the Celtics also at 6-1. I think there's value there, and it's a little bit lower down the board. Maybe the Mavericks with Christian Wood, maybe Kawhi coming back for the Clippers, but I'm looking at the Milwaukee Bucks plus 750. The big 3 should all be back. They didn't have Middleton. They probably would have beaten the Celtics, but they didn't have him, and the big 3 will be there. The only question marks, you have Wes Matthews is unrestricted, Connaughton and Portis are restricted. They have options. I think they'll come back and give it one more shot. I think the Bucks at plus 750, the best value right now.
And I guarantee you that we will have a complete mega preview, including future odds episode coming up probably in late September, early October. We already have that on the calendar. Maestro, thank you very much. Now, there is a question in the chat. I would love to hear Calvin's answer to this since you're the newest member. Shara says, who is the best handicapper on SportsLine? Calvin, what would your answer be?
Oh, man, you were putting me on the spot. You know what? As a Cubs fan, I got to go with M squared because he's wearing the Cubs hat.
That is, I like the answer, but the reason sucks. The reason sucks. All right. Now, there's so many different ways to bet a basketball game, and sometimes you can look in a place that maybe you're not thinking about. Calvin, what do you got?
Yeah, so if you've been following the Mystics all year, they're a grinded-out, slow-paced defensive team, which has very contrary to how they've been in recent years. They were probably the best offense in league history a few years ago when they won the championship. So Book's been having trouble keeping up with sort of that change of style. They're 13-4 to the under, which is the best in the league. But when it comes to second quarters, it gets even crazier. They're 16-1 on second quarter unders. Last night, they hit their 14th second quarter under in a row. Probably a little bit random with the second quarter, but when you watch these games, it seems like there's something to it. They come out in the first quarter, they're okay running a little bit. As soon as that second quarter hits, they sort of remember their identity, who they are. They start walking the ball up. They really lock in on defense. The numbers bear that out as well. Their second quarter defensive rating is historic right now. I'm sure it'll come back down to earth at some point, but their pace is also the slowest in the league in second quarter. Right now, 14 in a row, Mystics second quarter unders are basically an auto bet for me. If you can get it pregame, a couple books put up the all 4 quarters pregame. If not, almost every book has these live at the end of the first quarter, especially when the first quarter goes over. Those second quarter unders across the league have been hitting at a profitable rate because of regression. So definitely keep an eye out on Mystics second quarter unders.
Oh, educate and entertain, ladies and gentlemen. Educate and entertain. Calvin Wetzel, well done, sir. Now, there's only one day baseball game today. However, that does not stop our guy M Squared for always educating us. And I'm telling you right now, I love getting the tweets that say, hey, M Squared said this about Chicago and the over came in. Love those tweets. Keep them coming. M Squared, what do we got today, big boy?
Well, we actually have 2-day baseball games today, Coach. There are 2 of them. But anyway, let's hit the weather. Milwaukee, Cincinnati, plus 30% across the board, including home run hitting. Brewers on the road in Cincinnati. Philadelphia on the road at Washington. That is a doubleheader. That's one of the early games, plus 15% run scoring. St. Louis Cardinals on the road at Fenway Park in Boston, plus 20% in run scoring overall in that game. Texas, Detroit, plus 10%. San Diego on the road against Colorado. Here's an interesting one. It's hot. Obviously, it's hot a lot of places across the country. We're seeing about a plus 10% increase in overall run scoring, but about 20% in the actual home run hitting. So that's interesting for some player props out there on the mountain today.
Can you tell me right before the Nats, what was the game right before the Nats, please?
Milwaukee, Cincinnati, plus 30% across the board.
All right, very good. All right. I'll tell you what, I write them down as they come in. Hopefully you do too. All right, incredible storylines today, but it's all about our board. But we've grown so big that the company, I guess they want to make some money. So we got to pay some bills. So let's hear from one of our incredible partners. And we are back. All right, it's time for our board today on this incredible Friday, starting the Father's Day weekend, my favorite job in the world, by the way. Now, one play from SportsLine. Again, like I told you, if you're not a member, this would be the best time to try us out. Angels, Mariners, over 7.5. Our SportsLine model says this, 69% of the time this catches. The Angels, 8-2 to the over when Michael Lorenzo starts. Guess what? Michael Lorenzo is starting tonight. So let's take it. It's a late one, though, 10:10 Eastern time. And I'll be a little busy at that time, and I'll tell you what I'll be doing at 10:10 momentarily. But it's time to get to our cappers. And you know, when we're looking at these faces, you can kind of figure out how the order is going to go because my guys have earned their spots in the brand. So on a Friday, day 2 of the U.S. Open, carnage up in the Northeast. Carnage with the Celtics last night. Oh, it gets me pumped to say, M Squared, you know the drill, son. Oh, it never stops here at the brand. Stop, what is that? $8.99? Give me that. What? Stop it. Give it to me.
All right, Coach. We're representing the Cubs hard today with my hat and Calvin's shirt, but we're going to fade them again to some extent. We're taking the Braves team total over 4.5, minus 105, where I played it on WinBet this morning. I'd play it up to minus 115 range. Look, the weather is not as strong in Chicago today as it has been. It's about 10 degrees cooler than it has been. The wind's not helping today, but it's still playing as a neutral game at Wrigley Field here. Love this number, though. I want to pick on Keegan Thompson. So we talk about expected weighted on base average a lot, at least I do on this show. We look at his actual and his expected. He's one of the few players that the number is identical. 331 actual, 331 expected. He is what he is at this point, getting barreled up almost 6% of the time. Great spot for this Atlanta Braves offense. Once they get to the bullpen, should be easy sailing here for them. And then their pitcher, Charlie Morton, he has really struggled at times this year. I think he gives up a few runs. That will help the cause here. So let's go Braves over 4.5 -105.
And that was the game that I omitted in my brain when I said there was only one. It's the Phillies Nats at 105 Eastern time. Braves Cubs at 2:20 Eastern time. Love
And I will
that.
just chime in that I love that play, Mikey. And the Cubs pitcher was excellent as a swing man. But since he's been a starter, 6.26 ERA.
Are you done, Larry?
I'm done.
Good? Okay, you're good. All right. I just want to make sure. All right. Hey, Calvin. Larry's the only one that's allowed to ruin my flow and not get scolded for it, just so you know. The only one. Well, maybe M squared too. Maybe M squared too. All right, now, who's up next? Are we going to catch with the coach? Or are we going to go to Calvin Wetzel? I think I'm going to roll out the red carpet for our resident WNBA expert. Calvin, what do we got tonight, big boy?
All right, well, we're sticking in Chicago with Atlanta versus Chicago, Dream versus Sky. We're taking over 155.5. Listen, for most of this year, the Dream have been the best defense and the worst offense in the league, both by far. They've been playing at a really fast pace, and it hasn't mattered. They've still been hitting all sorts of unders because of those unsustainable rates really on both sides of the ball. That's come back down to earth the last week or so, and I think part of that, point guard Erica Wheeler is out. She is an elite defender on ball at the point of attack. They've really missed her. On off court, they're actually worse on offense when she sits, but they're 13 points per 100 possessions better with her on the court on defense. The last two games without her, they've hit 178 and 197. Way higher than what the totals are. I don't think we're quite getting there, but I definitely think this game is getting into the 160s. And all the totals below 160 this year across the league are hitting at a 60% rate on the over. Those low totals in the 150s, I think the books are over adjusting a little bit. So I think you have some room to play this one. It's 155.5 right now. Like I said, I think it's hitting in the 160s. So if it moves up into the upper 150s, I think you still have room to play the over.
I defy all of you at home, and seriously, go and do this if you want, to find another WNBA handicapper that is better than Calvin Wetzel. I'll go ahead and wait all day. Go ahead and find him. Doesn't exist. He's our guy. He's on our team. Now it's time to cash with the coach. We're going to go two different kind of plays today. So you heard Mikey talk about the hitting in the nation's capital doubleheader today, and game number one, I love the pitchers in this game to get rocked. So we're going to go over 10.5 -113. Now, where are my notes? Here they are. Oh, my goodness. And look, I don't have anything written under Phillies and Nationals. That's because when you look at these two pitchers, neither one of them are very good. Neither one of them are going to throw it by anybody today. And with the hitting conditions, I love the over. We hit it last night. Let's go right back to the well again tonight. Then, for all of you MMA fans out there, PFL 4 is on tonight. ESPN, your boy, and Ian Parker, we're the betting experts for the PFL. So I'll be on ESPN tonight. So in the main event, Clay Collard. He is furious about how last year ended. Remember, in the PFL, they're fighting for $1 million at the end of the rainbow. So tonight, main event, Clay Collard. And in MMA, -200 is kind of our baseline. For anything below it, we can go straight. Anything above it, you may want to throw it into a parlay. So we're going to go Clay Collard straight, -188, because Maestro, sometimes the juice.
It's worth the squeeze.
You're damn right it is. And tonight is one of those nights. So let's take Clay Collard. Those are my two plays. Oh, wait a second. I have a third. Oh, sometimes things are just meant to be. As I watch Phil Mickelson at +11 currently at the U.S. Open, not going his way, but Rory McIlroy, the other end of the spectrum. It's meant to be at this time of golf. We'll take Rory McIlroy, -140, round 2 straight over Xander Schauffele. You're welcome. Now, we've reached the end of our show. So, you know what that means. The man who always holds the last spot. He is the maestro. And the floor, sir, is yours.
I've just been so impressed with the San Diego Padres, even without their manager. They just keep rolling on the road, 24-11 this season, coming off a 4-game sweep in Wrigley. They have the Rookie of the Year favorite on the mound tonight in Coors, Mackenzie Gore. He did get lit up by the Rockies last time out. That was in San Diego. I like him to bounce back. And just the Rockies are playing terribly defensively. 13 straight home games with an error. They lead the majors with 54 errors. They've lost 7 straight home games. I played this at -148 on FanDuel, posted on SportsLine a little higher because we have to use a Caesar Sportsbook or a consensus line for those official plays. But Padres in the -150 range is the play.
They are really starting to live up to those expectations that people had for them prior to the season starting. And what time does that game start today? I want to make sure we get it to the people. Padres, where are you? Oh, here we go.
8:40 Eastern?
Yeah, 8:40 Eastern. Colorado, always the start time is always 8:40. My apologies. In Colorado. All right, grab your paper. Grab your pencil. Man, I'm feeling good today. It's going to be a great weekend of sports. Here is the recap courtesy. All you guys are calling for AB. Just because of that, I'm not going to bring him on today. Everybody's waiting for AB's face. All right, M Squared. He's on the Braves team total over 4.5. Calvin, Dream, Sky, over 155.5. Then the Maestro on the Padres money line. Johnny, no, we'll wait for that. Then we're going to cash with the coach of Phillies Nationals over 10.5. Then PFL 4 tonight, ESPN main event, Clay Collard over Alexander Martinez. And then round 2, it's a 125 start for this one. Rory -140 straight up against Xander Schauffele. Then one play from SportsLine, Angels, Mariners over 7.5. Now, even though I technically run the brand, it doesn't mean that I'm not always a man of the people. And if you guys want something, you guys get something. So, AB, show your face. Where's that big old fat smile that I love so much?
What up?
What's up, man? How are you today?
Doing fantastic. It's Friday. Hope everybody has a great Friday. Great early start to the weekend. It's going to be a good weekend.
It's amazing how you've taken the Early Edge brand and just ran with it as if we don't exist, as if everybody in the chat just comes here to see AB.
Yep. You know what? Hey, blue collar work in the chat, baby. That's all we do. Hard hat, lunch pail kind of day. Let's go with it.
All right. Now, speaking of that, you guys have been grinding all week. You, Johnny B, Jake, incredible show for college baseball. Tell me where it's at and kind of go through the college baseball picks for me, please.
Yep, absolutely. So the College World Series starts today. Me, John Bowman, Jake Fender, we taped our podcast Thursday. It is up on any podcast service that you use, Apple, Spotify, go down the list, you name it. You can find it right there. We have all of our picks for game ones, futures, three-way futures, everything. You can find it all right there. Nice 30-minute show, quick and easy for you. But we have 2 games today. And you know what? We're going to pull these up right here. All right, so first off, we have Oklahoma versus Texas A&M. If you haven't watched these 2 teams, they have been bulldozers throughout the regionals, super regionals. John Bowman and Jake Fentner are both on Oklahoma. Our second game today, Texas and Notre Dame. Bowman and Fentner both on Notre Dame. Nah, son. Texas Longhorns right here. I'll roll with it solo. I'll go against both of them myself. Texas. Wow. Yeah, I love them. They handled their business, man. But, hey, nothing against Notre Dame.
Real quick, are you challenging Johnny Bowman to a showdown live here on the show?
Man, you know, the hard thing about it is
it's going to be a showdown.
Man, of course we ain't turning that down, baby.
Oh, my God. That was classic. Oh, my God.
Yeah, we'll definitely challenge him. Yeah, so that's the second game today. Texas, Notre Dame. You'll see that tonight. I'm on Texas. Bowman and Fentner, they're both on Notre Dame. So if I got to go, left and right combo 2-piece on both of them, we'll do it, man. Not scared about it. And our AB pick 3 today, Braves Cubs over 8. Look, hottest team in Major League Baseball. The Braves have won 14 in a row against the coldest team in baseball. The Cubs have lost 10 in a row. It's going to be a weird game. Give me the over 8. We'll ride that. Second, White Sox, Astros over 7.5. Low number. Love that one. Orioles, team total over 3.5. The boys been hitting. People might not be paying attention to Baltimore, but they've been hitting. So I'm riding that team total over there. And as well, obviously, M squared on the Braves team total over 4.5. Yeah, solid play on that. And one quick thing, and I'll get out of here. I swear to you. All right, M squared, I wanted to ask you this question, okay? in Omaha this weekend. Okay, so the World Series starts today. 91 degrees, 57% humidity. Tomorrow, 97 degrees. All right, 56% humidity, and then almost 100 on Monday. Same humidity. Does that do anything for hitters, the ball moving? And I realize that I just threw that at you, kind of right here.
Yeah, no, it definitely does. I've quickly looked up Omaha there. It looks like the air density index is going to be right at 60, 59 to 60, which is definitely a good number, one that we typically see at Wrigley Field. Wrigley today is 62, so it's better than Wrigley Field in terms of air quality there today. So
There's
good
your
news
nugget for the weekend,
good news
right
for
there.
for sure.
All right. Have a great show, boys.
The last 2 minutes. Get out of here, AB. And put up that recap one more time. The last 2 minutes, as I sit here and just watched everything that happened, it's like I'm a proud father or something like that. It is Father's Day weekend because we have built such a crew here. We have so much fun. It's almost embarrassing that we get to do this for a job. And also, and I know I pound this a lot, but I just want to emphasize how much harder my crew works than everybody else. Because all these other shows, they're gone. It's June. Oh, we're going to take some time off, take vacations. Yeah, we might take vacations, but we've built a crew that we can have a show like this on June 17th. Look at all those different plays, all that work, all the different sports. But why do we do it? We do it for you. We do it because we want to build a community to make it fun. So you don't feel like you're all alone. So you don't feel like you're sitting at home going, am I making this pick? No, we do it together. And that's what I love about trying to lead this charge so much. But the entire crew, we all lead because we're all together. And I love it. Damn it, I love it. So let's go. There's only one thing left to do, and I believe you all know what that is. Oh, don't forget tonight, PFL Live, ESPN, 10 o'clock for all the main events. We got the NBA. Oh, no, we don't. No, we don't. But we're okay. You've got your marching orders. Let's take all of these tickets straight to the pay window. For my entire crew, I love them all. Calvin Wetzel, M Squared, the Maestro, AB, always ruining my flow on the ones and twos. I am the coach. We're here every single day. Don't forget, Early Edge and 5 today at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. AB will be hosting as I will be preparing for the PFL tonight on ESPN. That's all we got. That's all we got. Tell all your friends. Come be a part of what we're doing at the Early Edge. Good luck.